In this video, we are going to talk about ICP, some of its recent price action, the crucial support and resistance areas, and where we can expect ICP's price to go in the coming days and weeks. So we'll start by looking at the general picture. On the weekly chart, what we can see is that in the last couple of weeks, we had a pretty significant dump with the price dropping all the way from about $10 down to just over $4 at the moment. Now, despite this being an almost 60% drop, this is not actually that significant of a move for a coin like ICP. As you can see in the past, we've seen much larger moves on this chart than this move in the last couple of weeks. It's not looking very big on the larger weekly time frame. In general, we very clearly have a downtrending channel right here with these lower highs as well as these lower lows. There is no sign of a trend reversal at all at the moment, and it looks like we are likely approaching the next area of support at around $3. This is the all-time low for ICP, or at least the lowest point that ICP has been in the last few years. This area of about $3 to $3.50 is a very significant area of support that we've hit multiple times in this cycle throughout the years. And this is the next crucial area of support that will decide whether ICP can continue from here to get significant rallies, or if we are just going to continue this downtrending channel and get new lows. With Bitcoin not performing well in the last couple of weeks, it makes sense that ICP has had this dump. But as you can see, earlier in late October and early November, ICP has been pumping and going all the way up from around $3 to $10 despite Bitcoin's price actually dropping. So since ICP is a very low market cap coin, its correlation with Bitcoin is not as clear as it is with some of the larger altcoins, and it can definitely make moves both to the upside and downside on its own without much correlation to Bitcoin. But of course, Bitcoin's price will still have a significant influence on the price of ICP. And since I am expecting Bitcoin to get a relief rally sometime relatively soon because of the death cross that was hit a few days ago and the daily RSI for Bitcoin being incredibly low and at incredibly oversold levels, I think a relief rally for Bitcoin is very likely sometime soon. And if we do see ICP approaching this area of support at around $3, and Bitcoin does get a rally, then ICP will likely get a very significant rally. Whether we can create a higher low right here and potentially have a trend reversal, or if this will just be a continuation and we get a lower high and continue dumping from here. Now, there is also some support at around where we are right now. As you can see, previously earlier in 2025, ICP has been consolidating for a very long time at around the $4 to $5 area. So this is also a potential area of support, but it's definitely not as strong, and we are much more likely to break down below it. We are already very close to breaking down below it. We will likely visit back with this area of about $3 for ICP. We will likely test that area and see if we can get a rally from there, and whether that rally can sustain and we get a higher high. We could form something like a double bottom right here with the price dropping to around $3, and then we get a rally. And then again, this rally will either just be a lower high, or there is actually potential if Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market do very well in the coming months and we get some sort of a euphoria phase, which seems very far away at the moment since we are in such high fear in the entire crypto market and Bitcoin is performing very bad. But if somehow the narrative flips and we start seeing euphoria in the coming months, then this double bottom could actually lead to an absolutely insane rally, and we might get a double bottom right here. And then if we cross this previous high at about $10, then really the sky is the limit for ICP. But again, this is very far away at the moment and pretty unlikely if I'm being honest. But it's definitely something to look out for in the future if you are interested in ICP. And now I'll briefly look at the 1 hour chart, and it's really not looking good at all. We have very clear lower highs, lower lows, nothing really special here, no sign of bottoming whatsoever. It looks like we are going to continue to dump with ICP, at least for a little bit more, and we will likely see ICP continuing to drop at least until Bitcoin gets a relief rally. So yeah guys, ICP is a very low market cap coin, an incredibly volatile and risky coin. So I would suggest to not allocate a lot of your portfolio to it, if any at all. So if you do decide to get involved with ICP, just be aware of that and be careful. In my opinion, in general, it's not a great time to really get into altcoins, at least until we see some signs of bottoming by Bitcoin. I think if Bitcoin does get a rally, then there is potential for altcoins to have a brief period of outperforming it, but it's not very likely. And whether Bitcoin goes up or down really, in the long term, Bitcoin will likely outperform most altcoins in the next few months, at least until we see some recovery in the crypto market and the sentiment gets better again. Right now, we are in extreme fear for a very long period of time now, and until we get into some greed in the crypto market and we see a much better sentiment and rallies by the crypto market in general, most altcoins will likely not do very well. That's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it and you want more updates about ICP as well as other altcoins and Bitcoin, make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.